kids, you know what that smell is? GameCom! Hey kids, do you want the hardest portable gaming unit around? I'm not talking about the Game Boy. Fuck the Game Boy! I'm talking about GameCom! GameCom. Not only does it play games, GameCom. Keep a record of your phone numbers. Use a calendar. Do math with a calculator. Play solitaire. GameCom. Keep track of your high score in all your games. Even connect to the internet at 14 kilobytes per second. GameCom. What are you waiting for? Buy Tiger Electronics GameCom, the ultimate portable gaming system on the market today. GameCom.
This episode is GameCom, and yes, it's not game.com as my sisters and I used to call it, if you actually go by the official commercials, as I'm sure the company knows what they called their own product. This game is actually pretty revolutionary. It came with a stylus, the first system ever, way before the Nintendo DS. Not only that, it was the first video game system to have an internet port, 1 year before the Dreamcast was released. And it also runs on 4 AA batteries. There is no connector, so you can only use batteries. You'll notice there isn't any backlight. Apparently, they added backlight to the re-release of the GameCom next year called GameCom Pocket Pro. And if you look at the original, there are 2 slots for video games. That's pretty nice, right? I don't know of any other system that has done something like that. Man, these are hard to get out of there. Anyway, 2 games. However, when they re-released it, they only made it with 1 game, I guess because it was never useful to begin with. In addition, it only took 2 batteries instead of 4, and they added backlight. So, yeah, they made a better system, but it still runs the same, which means it runs like shit. Oh, and they removed the internet from the Pocket Pro that was released just next year, because why take out something that was your selling point prior? I mean, that's like removing the Kinect from your Xbox. To connect to the internet, oh wait, the manual doesn't even tell me how to connect to the internet, and I read all of it. The included advertisements tell me more about how to connect to the internet than the instructions themselves. First off, you need the internet cart, which looks like a game cart for $19.99. Then, I assume it works on any modem of the time, but you can also buy an officially licensed Tiger GameCom modem for $49.99 to, quote, access text-based internet and email. So you can send emails, upload and share your high scores, and view text-based websites. But that's only if you subscribe to text-based internet, which is something else you had to purchase. Who had that in 1997? So that's like, after you get all 3 of those items, 4 if you count the GameCom, you're looking at $100 plus whatever the game costs, and then you can now read emails and send, upload high scores, and check text-based websites. But only if they did that. So if you wanted to go to AOL.com, if AOL.com did not have an alternate text-based email for text-based services, you could not access the website. Let this sink in for you for a while. So yeah, it's no wonder this service failed. Who wanted to buy all these peripherals, all this extra stuff, just to check the internet and read some small text on a black and white screen that had really no backlight and could not really handle movement of any kind? Yeah, in 1997, we had AT&T Internet, and I'm pretty sure it cost less than text-based email plus internet cart plus modem. So, forgive me if this sounds really stupid. I mean, no wonder this was in my sister's closet for 15 years before she found it again. Well, here's the phone book. Here you can add phone numbers for up to who knows how many people. and look at the little happy face where I can then add their phone number, their address, and notes about them like someone I don't like, or this person I have a crush on, tee hee hee, or whatever random stuff you did when you were in high school. So let's go back. There's also a calendar which always starts on October 1997 whenever you boot it up, because it has not been changed or altered since that date. Wait, hold on. I wonder if you can go to specific days and make events. Yeah, I don't feel like messing around with that. Who cares anyway? It's just a calendar that's... And then there's, of course, a calculator. Woo! 2 plus 3 equals 5. Now, in 1997, almost everybody had this now on a watch, and now you have it in your phone, so there's really no point to this calculator anymore. Then, of course, we have the high scores of all the games, such as Solitaire, Quiz, Lost World, and Lights Out. And finally, we have Solitaire. So if you... Whoa! Get it, Tiger Electronics? You have Tiger cards? Anyway, then there's Solitaire. You know what Solitaire is. Let's start with Lights Out, one of 3 games we had growing up, to see just how it is today. Ching.
GameCom active.
First, let's do what every gamer does before they play a video game. Read the instruction manual.
You liar.
Lights Out is an incredibly challenging puzzle game. We strongly recommend that you read through all of the instructions to get the most out of it. Whoa, that is just what I did. I love repetition in video games. The goal of this game is to turn off all the lights. Basically, we start with the first level. The goal of the game is every time you hit a white dot, it will change all the blacks to a white, and will change the white blocks to black. You then have to make everything look black to win the game. The game starts you off with puzzles that can be solved in 3 turns, and eventually leads up to puzzles that have a minimum of 30 turns to be solved. So here you can input up to 168 different levels for each of the 3 modes. There is also a mode called Lit Only, in where you can only touch the white tiles. So if I try to touch black, nothing else will happen. But if I touch white, then the puzzle can actually get solved. There is also a mode called Toggle, in which you must alternate between white and black tiles each time. So, that means once I hit white, I now have to hit a black tile. White will not work. So let's just do this. And, oh my god, I've just screwed up everything to try to... So in addition to these 3 modes, there is also a random option for all 3, and it says that there are 60 million different configurations for these puzzles in the random mode. That is pretty impressive. In addition, each game of those 3 can also be played with the X or plus option. You'll notice in plush, I only affected things to the left, right, up, and down of me. If you play X mode with any of these games, it actually means now you affect the diagonals. So now, hitting that black, instead of affecting those 2 whites right there, affected only this one diagonally from it. Now, that one actually looks a lot harder than the regular game, so I'm not going to play that one. You have to give the creators of this game a lot of credit, because they took what was essentially a very basic game and made a lot of variety to it, with 3 different games, each with 2 different play styles apiece, and including making up to 504 puzzles. Now, even if it is just a very simple game that I played on my Windows 3.1 with color changing crystals that actually had animation, but still, a lot of effort went into this for some reason. And check out the manual. It actually includes the minimum number required steps to beat each level. Now, you actually fail the game if you go 10 plus the minimum, but, you know, I just realized you need to know the minimum in the game, so this isn't really that helpful. So now let's start on the second level. Yes! Okay, I'm done with this. But, Sonic, how can our love be when I am just a pony? Hello. I got distracted because it was, well, it's a GameCom game. Our second game was Whiz Cyber Trivia. So let's play through one game and see just how smart we are for this trivia test. Now, are we smart enough to put the cartridge into the GameCom? Alright, let's check out some awesome options. We can turn on and off the animations. We can actually have it not show us the answers when we get it wrong. And we can set it to 10 questions and 15 seconds. So let's see what happens on 10 basic questions for Whiz. Alright, are you ready for this 90s trivia based game?
I was born ready.
It's just as awesome, I'm pretty sure, as the You Don't Know Jack series.
What? I fucking love that series!
I know, right?
Whoa!
Yeah. So should we do sports, famous people, film and TV, potpourri, or general knowledge?
I say potpourri.
Fine. Whoa, the animation is jerky. To date, who holds the record for career walks in baseball? Is it Reggie Jackson, Babe Ruth, Kent oh my god, it's missing the E. Herbeck, or Mickey Mantle?
Mickey Mantle?
Time's up. Babe Ruth. I hit D, but then I guess I had to hit enter right after I hit D. Well, we failed that. Why aren't you berating us? I thought you were supposed to be 90s too. What is Olympian Florence Griffin's Joyce's nickname? Speedo, Dizzy Dolores, Flojo, or Griffey? I'm just gonna go with Flojo. I don't know what this is. Wait, what's he gonna tell me? Oh, I got it right. I guess that's what the whistle means. What was the first TV soap opera? Guiding Light, Dynasty, As the World Turns, or A Woman to Remember?
Guiding Light.
No.
Thanks for telling us. How does this phrase end? Like sands through the hourglass, so blank.
Go the days of our lives.
Well, that's an option, so we're gonna choose it. Oh man, look at that! The admiration. Admiration of our fans. What short-lived soap opera focused on astronauts' lives? What's with all these soap operas? Shoot Them In, Spaceballs, The Right Stuff, or The Clear Horizon?
The Clear Horizon?
I haven't been... Ooh, fireworks. If I could show you this, I would show you the really awesome... yeah, it's not awesome animation. On the Young and the Restless, don't care.
It's my mom's favorite soap opera.
Did he just flick me off? No, he's just waving his hand like this. As
Hey,
if to say,
guys!
you got it wrong. You got it wrong.
No you didn't.
What is the name of the Midwestern town where the characters of As the World Turns lives?
This was a bad idea.
Since this is the last time I'm... Shut up, kid. Since this is the last time I'm actually going to play this trivia game, I might as well play it with something that I know. So this time we're going to go film and TV.
My heart will go on.
And hope that there is no soap opera questions this time.
God forbid.
Can we get these 5 questions correct?
I don't know. I can't see anything. I'm wearing sunglasses indoors. Can I hold it when we do a question?
don't want to hear all this bubblegum popping again. It'll say A, B, C, D at the bottom, and then you have to select it and then quickly hit enter after that.
Wow, that seems really complicated.
Yes.
What video for the song Rhythm Nation appeared on MTV?
Jet Jackson.
Booyah.
Don't even need to give you the rest of those.
We have a winner.
The TV show Magnum P.I. was set where? That was in Hawaii. It was Canada, Brazil, Hawaii, or California. What is the first name of the father character on the Cosby Show? Bill Huxtable.
No.
No.
Careful.
Tom Hanks won his first Academy Award for what film? Big, no. Sleepless in Seattle, no. Apollo 13, no. Philadelphia, yes. No.
You know, I can't see the screen the way you hold it there
Sorry.
because it's like there's no backlighting and you have to hold it at one of those really weird angles just to be able to see what's
Philadelphia. The Academy Awards are televised during what season? They are in spring. The other options being summer, fall, and winter.
We have a winner.
Just saying.
going on. Ooh, shouldn't they say that after we've won the game?
Not bad.
It says again. Is this something that you could see yourself playing again and again?
No! Absolutely not! I'm getting out of here.
But wait, now we can play... Actually, there's nothing worth playing on this system. Finally, we have Jurassic Park. No, don't want it. Ugh. My sister and I could never get past the first level. It is really impossible to do so. So, I'm going to show you the 1-minute playthrough about why this is such a bad game. Final game. Whoa, that was really intense, man. Let's start with Hardeen. Ooh, and so the first area is Stegosaurus, my favorite dinosaur. This has to be interesting now. So, there's 2 games in this. The first is a driving stage. We can be the Humvee, a mobile lab, an RV, or motorcycle. Let's go with the really unnatural mobile lab in a place full of dinosaurs. Okay, hold C to charge, and basically this is really simple. All you do is go to the left and right constantly so the dinosaurs don't jump out behind you and attack you. But while you're turning left and right, apparently you can't run over simple logs. You can't even really see what's going on most of the time because everything's black and white and muddled together. And there is really no field of view to be able to see and prevent you getting hit from anything in the foreground. Ooh, and eventually you make it. And now you're playing someone with a tranquilizer gun with your very limited options. But check out that cool Stegosaurus in the back. So all you can really do is hit C to jump, and then hit B to fire a tranq dart. A and D do not do anything but make it look like you're looking to the left and right, which is pretty worthless. So you'll see up here a dinosaur. You gotta tranq it, or get hit like that. That's cool. So here we are. When I was young, we would get... Oh my god, slowing down. You would get to this part... If we could get to it, we would get to this part here, where there was a cliff. Try to jump, and you die. What you have to do is climb up on these trees, which we tried to figure out but could never do, and eventually just gave up on the game. Because you think, hey, look at that. I think I'll jump up there. So eventually you'll find out that instead of even jumping here, you have to go back through 3 trees, and the screen's slowing down, and the Stegosaurus coming back to life even if you tranked it earlier. Now you'll notice the screen is very, very poor at handling movement. It moves really slow, and moves even slower when even the Stegosaurus is on screen. That is one enemy. But anyway, let's try to jump up to this. Let's see what happens. Made it. Oh. You also notice there's a delay in the button press. If I jump, she jumps maybe a second after I hit the button. And at the same time, if there's slowdown, that 1 second becomes 1.5 seconds. Anyway, let's jump again. Alright, white spot, white spot. Ugh, made it. Alright, so... Alright, let's try this, and... No! Ugh. And the slowdown prevented me from jumping. Awesome. Awesome. And you also can't tell just how far you can be on the cliff to tell when you can jump or not. Especially the edges of the tree. You really have no idea where they... Oh, see, look at that. No! You. Never again. I'm too old to be playing games that are so broken they take 8 times as long to play as they should. Now, later I actually made it to the Stegosaurus that this guy in the video made it to. The only problem is, as soon as I died, guess what? Back at the beginning of the trees again. One thing that's pretty ridiculous, watch this from the YouTube video. Look at that. The only way to get down into the cave is you have to fall into the spikes so that you fall into the cave and then wake up there to start. But don't jump! Oh no, if you jump too high so that when you fall, you just appear right back at the cliff top again. And if you care what happens when you die, guess what? 3 raptors jump at you, and it's implied they tear your body apart and eat your corpse. And don't even get me started on the orgasmic death grunts your character makes. So there are passwords on GameFAQs.com which didn't exist at the time when we had this, and I thought when I started this episode that I would actually play through every level and finally beat this game, but I found that I just got so frustrated at that first level playing it over and over again, I just didn't care. Yes, the GameCom sucks that much. I went to YouTube to see if I could watch somebody beat the game. There is one YouTube video, and the guy only plays through the first 2 levels before dying. Literally nobody cares about it enough to even do a Let's Play or put any videos about it. Haha, you can't do this level either. You can scale the trees. That was nowhere in this instruction manual. Granted, that might save you about 5 to 15 seconds, but you still have to deal with all that slowdown, the unresponsive controls, and seriously, just look at this video. Look how much clearer the emulator is than the actual GameCom itself. It actually looks like a fun and playable game system until you actually watch it start moving and realize it can't even process characters walking to the left or the right like every video game character in history. So yeah, our entire review and experience of GameCom was just those 3 games, and that is how we judged the entire system. We would go on to never buy another GameCom game ever again. It would then sit in my sister's closet for a decade or so until she gave it to me like some 2 or 3 years later and said, "Hey, I completely forgot I had this. Want it? Sure, I can make a crappy review episode out of it." Apparently when Tiger said they were actually going to make this, nobody cared. It was not in any printed video game magazine at the time, so they had to rely on just commercials. But yet somehow they acquired all these licenses. I mean, you have Duke Nukem, Resident Evil, Batman and Robin, Jurassic Park, Wheel of Fortune, and Mortal Kombat, and somehow even Sonic the Hedgehog had a game on this. That is like unbelievable for something like this. So there you have it. This GameCom is actually on the top 10 worst game lists of all time, as well as the top 10 worst handhelds of all time. It is that awful that it appears on 2 of them. I really don't want this anymore. I'm putting it online. I'm going to try to sell it for 50 bucks. I mean, I know there was 2 lines on the screen, but everything is still visible, and there's 3 manuals and 3 games, and it comes with the original box. So after the credits, I'll print out and show you just how much I sold it for. I'm pretty sure the company that made it knows more than anyone else. But first of all, this is the GameCom, and I'm looking off to the side. Okay, 15 seconds. I'm going to have to read fast and hope we can do this. Oh god, the TV show Three's Company was about 1 man and 2
women.
Or parents, children, or dogs. Women? Okay.